What's good everyone, Accent Boy here back with another video reaction. And if you're new to the channel, like, comment and subscribe. Anyways man, imagine you're a parent and one day your son told you that he's going to practice, and you decided to pull up the GPS just to check to see if he's really at practice or not. And in this case, here you have a parent who decided to do the most unthinkable stuff, decided to track her son, who basically said he was going to rugby practice. And when she turned up at that location where she tracked her son, she found her son and a teacher in the local hoods doing the most unthinkable stuff. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna show the video, then we're gonna come back and chop it up.
O'clock, these new details in the arrest of a Charlotte Mecklenburg high school teacher accused of having sex with an 18-year-old student.
And prosecutors say the boy's mother allegedly caught them in the act. 26-year-old Gabriella Neufeld, she's on your screen, is a science teacher at South Meck High School. Police say she had sex with that student at least 5 times since mid-October. She was arrested Wednesday and bonded out of jail this morning. WBTV's Caroline Hicks was in court as she faced a judge for the first time today. Caroline, a lot happened in that courtroom. What did you learn?
That's exactly right. Well, Gabriella Neufeld was in court today along with her family. There was also a group of her students in court. They did not speak, but prosecutors did reveal new details in this case. According to prosecutors, it was the student's mother who caught them in the act. They say the mother caught her son having sex with his teacher in a car. South Mecklenburg High School teacher Gabriella Neufeld is facing 5 felony counts of sexual activity with a student. According to prosecutors, the student's mother found out about the relationship around Thanksgiving. They say she was tracking her son's location when she noticed he was not at rugby practice on Wednesday. She drove to his location, Park Road Park in South Charlotte. Prosecutors say that's when she saw her son and his teacher having sex in a car and called police.
Is there anything you want to say about the allegations against you? This is just your opportunity if you want to say anything. Did you have sex with your student?
We tried to speak with Neufeld after court. She did not respond to our questions. We spoke with attorney Brad Smith about how the law works in North Carolina in cases of sex involving students, even when a student is 18 years old.
It's unusual in the sense that the normal statutory sex offenses all deal with kids that are under the age of 16, whereas the exception to this is you can be at the age of consent, which an 18-year-old is technically the age of consent. But if you have a sexual relationship with that person as a teacher, then you're committing a felony.
Neufeld could face a Class G felony with a maximum of 47 months in prison, though Smith says it's likely she won't face that much time.
Presumably, a teacher usually that's charged with this doesn't have any criminal history if the background check was successful. So the maximum sentence they're usually facing is 25 months.
Now, the judge did agree with the prosecutor's request for Neufeld to be on electronic monitoring. She will have to report to get that electronic monitor within the next 24 hours. According to CMS, she has been suspended with pay. Now, the prosecutors also mentioned that the school was aware of the rumors about a relationship between these two and actually addressed it with them. I contacted CMS about what was said in court regarding this. A spokesperson tells us the district cannot speak to any matters regarding personnel issues. Reporting live outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, Caroline Hicks, WBTV.
All right people, so there you guys go. You saw the little clip of the teacher who basically was caught with one of her students. And if you guys aren't aware, this dude is 18 years old. And you have to say to yourself, an 18-year-old dude, this is an adult, as they say in America. But in reality, she's a teacher, and also that's her student, because the dude is still attending high school. So that's why she's being charged with 5 felonies. And it's so crazy how a lot of dudes be saying, oh, I wish when I was in high school, I wish I did have those teacher. And I understand with dudes, our program, we just love sex, you know what I mean? And a lot of us wish we have those opportunities, even myself. But at the end of the day, we have to hold these women accountable for their own actions. She know what she was getting herself into. She know this was one of her students. Even though she was smashing this dude on the low off campus, yes, they was doing it not only in the park, the local park, but other places. Yes, yeah, as I said, yes, it was her student and they was having sex off campus, but she is the professional in this situation. And as the lawyer was saying in the video, even though the guy is over age, in certain state, if you have a professional and the professional have a student, that is gonna consider underage rape, which I don't understand still. I wouldn't say understand, I wouldn't get. But as I said, we have to hold these broads accountable, because if the roles was reversed, where it was a dude was having sexual relationship with an 18-year-old female, even though she's a grown-ass lady, we would hear the entire world lock him up. He shouldn't be out. He should be in jail. And in this situation, we see how she got arrested and was let out on a $75,000 bail, which I find it absurd, because we know if it was a male teacher who did that, we know his face would be all over the news. He would have to maybe register as a sex offender, we don't know, or etc. You know what I mean? And it's just sad how when the roles are reversed, we could see how the favoritism tend to play out in many of these cases. But also something that I want to bring up, like, what mother is gonna put a tracker on the 18-year-old son phone? I understand as a parent, you're still gonna care about your kid whether they're grown or not, but you making this decision to go to somewhere where your son claim he's going to be, when you turn up to that place, he wasn't there. So you decided to go to the place where his phone is saying that he is, and track him and basically caught him in the act and report the act. To me, I think the mom was doing the most, because at the end of the day, your son is grown. He's an 18-year-old kid. Why would you stop your son in that situation from basically having a relationship with a female? I don't know in that situation if the son told the mom that this was his teacher, etc. But personally, I think the mom went overboard in this situation and basically exposing the teacher, even though, as I said, we have to hold these broads accountable. But I think the mom did the most, and I just find it crazy how the mom would put a GPS tracker on her son's phone. And maybe this is a son who the mom probably don't trust. Maybe he's a liar, saying he's going to be places when actually he's not going there, etc. But in this case, I just find it crazy. I know a lot of people probably saying, oh, she did the right thing. And a lot of people saying that she should bring justice. This stuff is bringing justice, because in situation like this, a lot of things like this tend to go behind closed door with students and also their professor, which is right. But at the end of the day, this is two grown ass people who decided to make the decision to have sexual relationship. So I don't think the mom should have butt heads in this situation, but everyone have their own opinion on stuff, and they're entitled to do what they want. Maybe at that time when she saw her son in the act, she thought her son was being taken advantage of by this much older female. You know what I mean? And I really can't understand why these teachers tend to fall for a lot of these young kids. You know what I mean? Because with so much grown ass man or grown ass woman out there, why you want to lust over someone who's younger than you? You know what I mean? Why? I just can never get the obsession on that. But we all humans, and at the end of the day, we all have some type of attraction for something. So I could understand same time, but for someone underage, come on. But in this case, man, I'm glad they brought a little justice and let they see that this is something that is happening common between a lot of students and their professors. So people, just let me know what you think, like, comment, and subscribe.